How's it going, fellas? It's Word here with another video. This is what I'm going to be running. It's the army that I have linked in last video. It's got 10 Barchers in it, which I know you don't want to use the troop. You don't have to. I think that gives you 30 housing space. I replaced that with 3 rocket balloons, a wizard, and a minion. I've been talking with this fellow rocket balloon players, and this is what I've seemingly come up with the minion prince. And yeah, this is the army we're going to be running. This is my equipment levels. I know some people like to look at that. Not a max spiky ball. Recently got my queen equipment max, so that's what we're going to be running. And let's hop in the first one and see if we can do better than yesterday. Alright, so we're going to be looking for fireballs today. That's what I'm going to be talking about specifically, is where to land our fireballs. And on this one, obviously there's decent poison value, but I want to get into this core, and I think if I hit the ricochet cannon, it gives me the crusher mortar. If I hit the multi-inferno, it won't, so I'll get the same value, but I'll also just get the crusher mortar, which is great. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to look for a flame flinger as well. I'm not really liking any of this value, especially I don't think I can just go get that king very easily. But I'm going to try right here. Does that pull him? No, it doesn't. Okay, I can start my warden though, because I know he'll take a bit. And then I'm going to see if I can pull this king out. I don't think anything should be able to get me right here. So yeah, that's actually looking really nice. I'm going to go with 3 headhunters right here. Maybe an archer right here. I got to keep this king pulled out of the base. Okay, those are going pretty well so far. I hope those headhunters actually should be able to get him down. So I'm going to leave him. Nice, they get the king down. So I did have to use all my headhunters, which is not ideal. You don't usually like to do that. But hey, for that value, I think it's worth it. Okay, nice. The Tesla dropped. I was a little worried right there. My warden's taking some damage, so I'm just going to invis. I think I'm even going to rage. I'm going to invest a rage because this is going to take a bit. 2 Barchers are going to go in for the Arch Tower. There's a way to use your Barchers to actually snipe heroes. I couldn't quite do it on this one just because of all the other trash buildings being in the way, but I will try and show you that later on if the opportunity does arise. It usually is on those rage bases, and it provides a lot of value. So right now, oh no way, that pulled the clan castle. That's a little annoying, but I like how I'm shaping up. I'm actually going to take down the bomb tower. The only problem is I might have to invis the buildings that the warden's going to be on. Okay, let's go in right here. Shoot, didn't mean to drop that right there. A little bit frantic right here in the first one, not going to lie. I had to freeze the Royal Champion as well. I think, okay, nice. That actually went down really beautifully. I'm going to go for this to pull him away from this Giga Bomb, make sure he stays healthy, and then at the same time, I'm going to go in right here with my Sui. So, not too bad. Obviously, a little bit of a rough, kind of scary start, but I'm probably going to go with the Minion Prince at 3 o'clock because the Warden's going to need some support right here. He's not going to be able to get through this compartment on his own with the Minion Prince and the Monolith, and I don't have a lot of spells, so that's what I'm going to do to support him. But that should be pretty good. Queen ability is going to go off right there. Probably should have went with the Skeleton spell since the Warden's not really going to be able to use it. Definitely should have. I'm still going to use it, actually, not too late. There's that right there. I got to make sure I support my Warden, so I'm going to go in with the Minion Prince right there. I believe in the Yetis to go get the Town Hall, so I'm going to let them do that. There's the nice King ability. And I think with the help of the Minion Prince, this one will triple. Where's the Minion Prince going? Okay, it's going to my Minion Prince, so I'll just drop the poison on it right there, even though it's already very slow. And yeah, this one's going to be a nice triple thanks to the Minion Prince really going crazy right here, supporting the Warden. And then the Flame Flinger did do some crazy work. So not my best Warden charge. I was a little bit frantic. Yeah, definitely a little bit stressed on that one and made some pretty bad technical or mechanical errors, but we get the 3-star. I got to make sure I don't time fail today, but no time fail is going to be my goal. Maybe I'll make some mistakes with other things, but I'm going to try my best not to time fail. So there's a good fireball to land, and let's get in the next one. All right, next base has another core, and this is a similar base that I failed in yesterday's video because I went into the spitters, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to try and charge this corner. It's really hard. What do we got right here? So I won't get the clan castle if I hit. Okay, I think I'm just going to go for I went for the fireball in the town hall and then lost my queen right there. How can I get into these expos? I don't really know if I can. Honestly, I might be able to get a multi-archer tower with the I think I set up this flinger on the yesterday as well, but I should be able to get a multi-archer tower as well here with the multi-gear tower that's on the left. I usually like to go into the Royal Champion, which is the top side, I'm not going to lie. But I think it's easier to set up on this bottom side, like just for viewing purposes. The Queen, there's a couple of things. So the Queen is harder to deal with, so that's a little tougher for your Warden. But then if I can get it out of the way, it's also nicer for that reason. So right here, I'm going to probably need a Rage going into the Expos Okay, I probably couldn't. I didn't need it right here yet, but that's okay. We live and learn. The enemy queen is going to be coming out to my warden. Okay, I was actually going to freeze, but I don't need to because he's going to deal with that really well timed, so that's nice. Okay, the warden is actually taking some pretty serious damage. I'll freeze right there. That should be enough now for him. There's a lot of Tesla right here, though, not going to lie. Okay, he's still alive, and he should be able to survive this. I'm pretty confident. I got an invis if I need, but, yeah. Okay, he does look really good right there. Steps a little bit to the right. I want to fireball the sweeper in the core here to get the clan castle. So, I'm going to make sure this goes down. Now I can go in for my fireball. That lands. We get the core right there, only pulling out an archer, so that's a really nice fireball. And I should start fairly quickly with my next portion of the attack. So I got to pull my warden out of the way first. And then I can go in with it. So there we go. There's the Sui. I'm looking for my minion prince right here where I can send him in. And, okay, so what I'm seeing is my warden's going to have to go through this kind of heavy section. I'll probably reinforce the top side because he should be able to get through this actually. So yeah, I think my warden can get through this section, so I'm going to reinforce the top side. I'm going to go for a freeze right here to really help the headhunters sneak in. And then I'll probably go for a skeleton spell onto the monolith to try and push me through there. Now the headhunters, I just wanted my king to be able to get into more of that core, so I like that king ability a lot right there. Gonna snipe that down, and I can come in from the top side right there. So there's a great minion prince ability. Doesn't quite, sometimes it's nice to snipe down the town hall or like buildings. The purpose of the minion prince is going to be to snipe out buildings that are damaging your other aspects of the attack to make them survive better. So to help your queen and Sui and help your warden all survive by weakening those buildings. Unfortunately on this one I didn't get that very well because I missed the town hall right there. But warden still gets the monolith just in time, which will help for time issues. Man, I said time like 4 times. I should have popped my queen ability a little earlier right there because there was no need to wait. But we're going to get this one tripled, which is nice. A little bit closer, but this is a pretty tough base to get through. So we got the successful warden charge, we got the triple, and let's keep it going. Okay, I'm very happy with the start so far. Let's find another good fireball on this base. The core is always nice. It sets up a great funnel for your other buildings. That builder hut will get the clan castle. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I shouldn't be. So I'm going to go from the right to get into the royal champion. Let me look for a flame flinger. There's heroes kind of stopping this, but I think I can still set one up from the bottom side. Maybe get the fire spitter. So I got to set up outside of the range of this wizard tower. We do that pretty well right there. And I'm going to go in for the builder hut. So I'm trying to set up my warden almost on a flat line. You see the builder hut's at 3 o'clock, so I'm starting my warden almost at 3 o'clock. Just makes it easiest to kind of, path your fireball where you're trying to go and stuff. So I like to take out these flanking buildings that I would have to maybe invis. And now with the Barchers, that's only 6 housing space. Like, that's not even 1 rocket balloon to get a wizard tower, which is kind of crazy. So I'm not a big fan of using the event troops that are like broken and, you're not going to be fine without them once they go away. Because then that's not really, real skill or a really good thing to practice. But they just help. They're not a necessity because we can obviously take down wizard towers. We know that with our 2 rocket balloons and a minion. So it's just a little bit quicker. Same goes over here. I'm going to take down this mortar. And then I'm going to go in for the bomb tower. And we should be ready to fireball actually after this goes down. So with that dropping, I can sneak a Barcher 2 into the Tesla actually. And this should be a nice clean double invis. So I'm waiting for that to go down. There it is. Are we on the Tesla? Okay, we are. That's actually really good. I didn't even need the ice block since I was on skeletons, but always rather be safe than sorry. We should get the clan castle. Nice, really good identification of the fireball range. And now we're actually going to be into a little bit of trouble right here with, just quite how far. This is going to be a little tougher for my heroes to get through this section is what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep my eye on where the minion prince can be best used. The warden should be good on this bottom side, but I do got to keep an eye on him. And if he is good, I'll probably send my minion prince in to really weaken up the crusher mortar. So like that's really good value. That's what I've talked about, kind of helping out your Sui. So there's a king ability that goes in really nicely. Queen ability comes in right there as well. At this point, I got to keep an eye on my warden because he's about to, get into the monolith. So keeping an eye out for him. The minion prince is doing well. Maybe I tandemed my heroes a little too much right there. They're kind of getting the same value. and maybe dying. So I got a freeze right there for my minion prince. My warden, I think, can sui the back end of this base, but it's going to be a little close. So I got to keep an eye on him. I'm going to try and not time fail, so I'm cleaning up these things as quick as I can. I don't want my warden to get pulled. That's going to be, I think, the fatal flaw if that happens. I have 3 invis as well, so I need to keep him alive. But yeah, if this giant pulls him, which it's looking like it could, would be kind of tragic. So we should be able to get this one as well, just kind of cleaning up around the base once again. We have enough invis for my warden, and he's doing his thing right here. So yeah, this one's looking good. I'll freeze to keep the minion prince alive. Okay, I fully missed the air defense. That's crazy. Yeah, there's 2 buildings left, 98%. Nice. Swagging both those invis. Another triple. Pretty good, especially on this base that was really tough for my Sui right there. So that's a good triple. Okay, so good start. We've got ourselves an invis base, and let's stay locked in. On this base, it would be very nice to sneak in a flame flinger onto the corner. And I might be able to if I'm going to try and invis and then get into the expo. But first of all, I'm going to do that from the other side. I want to hit a fire spitter on the core. And my warden is just a little bit better on this side. Okay, actually the Tesla are over here. Please tell me there's not as many over here. Okay, good. There's actually none. So that's huge for me. There's an ice or a skeleton spell. And I'm going to go in right here for the invis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just got to make sure that goes down. No, I cannot be wasting any spells and not have that go down. This one I could go for a rage, but I'm trying to hold on to it if I can. Because I got to be careful and make sure my warden survives this ricochet cannon. Okay, that works out well. Now I can go in with my flame flinger. And I can look back quickly. So I should have set that up maybe a little bit sooner, but I really didn't want if the ricochet cannon and expo turned onto my warden, I would have been in trouble. Okay, there's actually a wizard. I couldn't find that quick enough. There's a bunch of skeletons right there. So that flinger, I don't even really care about the ricochet cannon. Obviously, it'd be nice, but I'd rather it go to this kind of bottom side that has the 3 defenses right there. So I wouldn't mind getting this, but yeah, I wanna fireball the spitter, and probably after this expo goes down, I'll be happy. Yeah, I think I will. I'm probably going to Sui with my warden on this one just because, okay, once this goes down, there we go, ice block. 1, 2, fireball goes to core, beautiful. Because I'm not really worried the flame flinger will go kill that section over there. I'm going to go with 3 of these. So my warden's going to be fine. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that right there. So this is going to be a little scary on time, so I got to make sure I'm locked in because that's what can happen when you Sui with your warden is you run into time fails. So my flinger's not quite going to get this bottom side. I'll probably go in with the minion prince to go clear that, and he should do a really good job at that. But first, let's make sure I can get in and finish this off. So we're doing our thing right here. King ability is just about ready to go off. So there it goes. Kind of forced right there. A spiky ball into the town hall would have been kind of clutch. Didn't quite happen, but it is what it is. Gonna get that in. And yeah, the hardest part for my minion prince will be those air buildings, so the more that the flame flinger can get, the better. I don't like the town hall getting healed up. That's not ideal. At this point, I'm going to try and clog up the monolith. I probably should have went with Rocketloons because on this left side, I can get pretty easy value from the regular balloons, whereas the Rocketloons won't do much in the core, or the regular balloons because they're too slow. But this is looking pretty good. I just got to be careful once again for a time fail, so already cleaning up behind me, trying to leave no tracks. And yeah, this one's looking pretty good. I think the minion prince ability right there caught everything on the back end, so that was beautiful. And yeah, on this one, gonna get that in. I'm gonna rage up my minion prince to make sure he goes as quick as possible through these buildings. But this one was a really nice setup. Yeah, I really like suing with the warden to make sure he stays alive because I didn't need any other sections of the base dealt with. And we really isolated that one well and got the triple. Okay, we load into another guy. This clan is so popular right now. Yeah, I don't know why every person is in that clan, but where can I set up a flinger? It looks like there might be some good value at the bottom right here. I think I can set up onto the expo. I'm just a little worried about the air sweeper. I guess pushing back my rocket balloons, but yeah, I'm gonna try and go in for. Okay, I'm deciding my fireball. I want to walk into the town hall right there, so I'm going to come in from the bottom side. I'm going to try and work my way into the fire spitter. That'll get the clan castle. And then on this top side here, just looking for a flinger, I'm going to take out these buildings that are all together with the really good housing space value of these barchers. And I got to keep an eye on my warden because he's about to walk into 2 expos and a multi-archer tower. So I'm going to rage him up right here. Probably going to freeze right there. Come on, don't lunge. Nice. Okay. That was well, I guess just thought out being... I knew that I'd have a bunch of defenses. I didn't see the archer tower right there. That was almost tragic. So we did manage to get that. I'm probably going to have to freeze again. I didn't want to, but yeah, I definitely have to freeze right there. Definitely. So Warden's safe. Now I can set up a flinger. So pretty good setup. A little slow on that flame flinger, but pretty good setup nonetheless. On this one, I'm going to go in for those Barchers because then I only need one invis on that section. And right here, I want to take down this Tesla if I can. This is a pretty good fireball setup. I just need to keep my Warden right there. Invis, invis. Got to make sure that goes into the core. Okay, that's very good. Where's my Warden going? So he's going to go towards the Town Hall, which is a little sketchy. I don't really like that. But it's probably better than I'm going to this right side because, yeah, this is a very tough section on the right for him. So I'm going to let my Flinger continue cooking up top right there. How's my Warden doing? He's doing all right. He's going to 1v1 that Ricochet Cannon, which is actually really nice value for me, getting that when it's isolated. Now I'm going to start right here with my Sui. I don't know the best way. Okay, my King actually got funneled in nicely right there. I wasn't sure how I was going to get him in, and it worked out beautifully, so we like that. Warden's doing his thing kind of right here. I'm looking at probably Minion Prince with the Warden on this one. I just see, based on what's left on this base, the King and Queen will solo this right side, and then we should collapse well on the rest, but my Warden will be, in the meantime, a little bit struggling for survival, so I want to help him as much as I can because he's got to survive right here. What do I got? Oh, that's an air defense on my Minion Prince. I'm going to invis it, really try and keep that up. And what do I got? Okay, there's that. Warden's lunging with the Town Hall. He's probably going to drop. That's a little tough, honestly. All that happening at the same time is not good. Yeah. So I should have been a little bit more careful of my Minion Prince pulling right there because now I'm kind of running into some trouble. I think I should have started my Minion Prince later. My Warden, I think, was fine for a bit right there, and that was a bit of a mistake by me. But we still are looking decent. I mean, there's not a whole lot of base left, so I gotta really lock in on this one. There's a wall break. Wizard's probably gonna die. That's a little unfortunate, but I think we can still get this one because we're gonna be cleaning up. The Giant's cooking. It's gonna be this elixir storage, if anything. So I gotta be really careful. The Giant. Oh man, please go quick, raged up Giant. Come on, you got this. Giant's gonna clutch for me on the storage. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh no way, a 99. Dang it, this was my goal today. So I did time fail, and my mistake was sending my Minion Prince way too early there. So should have started him from the top. Okay, let's load into the next one. Obviously, I'm a little disappointed with that, but it is what it is. Hidden air sweeper right here. First of all, my eye catches, and then yeah, well, I'd love to set up a flinger on this one, but we'll see. How can I pull out this King? He is a little bit deeper than the rest of the base for sure, but he has a lot of health, so he's a tough one to kill. But I'm going to try and show you guys this trick. So I got to pull him way outside the base. Yeah, I'm going to go in right here for this instant fireball. I guess I didn't even need to do that right there. Just double invis right there. Boom, there's the fireball. That gets the whole compartment. So I like that setup. I'm going to let my Warden chill for a bit. Now I got to focus on this section. So 2 Barchers go and get that. Obviously, Tesla pops up right there. Maybe to be expected. I kind of want to let my heroes go get the clan castle. Oh man, there's so many. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. There's too many Tesla right there. So pulling the rage tower is not too bad, but I don't think I'm going to go in for all that. It's just too much value, or too many spells I'd need to invest, and rocket balloons and stuff. So not going to go for that flinger, which is a little unfortunate. Obviously, that'd be nice to get. But right here, my Warden's doing really well. Gonna get in the siege barracks, and I think if my Warden can continue cooking right here, which he should be, I'm gonna test because there was a lot of traps in this section. Yeah, there's another black mine. So my heroes are gonna do their part really well right here, and with the ice golem stalling them, it might be a little tough, but I think I'm gonna go in for the Minion Prince. Okay, let's see. I gotta invis the Warden right here. Oh, he barely stayed alive. That was like a half second. Wow. Okay, I gotta be a little careful right there. Gotta go with the King ability because everything was dying. Not sure if I'm going into the Town Hall, though, which is tough. Maybe I should have went with the log launcher. I don't know. Okay, good, though, that my heroes are taking out the clan castle because those rocket balloons would have cooked my Warden for surely. I'm going to send in 1 rocket balloon because that's 1 shot. Don't want my Queen to take any unnecessary damage. And then, yeah, my Warden's kind of cooking right here. I got to let him continue. Yeah, I think this should pop the Rage Tower again. How's my queen doing? So, yeah, that worked out well for me. Queen's going to go to ability, and I'm going to start my minion prince right there to go get the town hall, so that's really nice. Going to invis the queen so she can get some sort of value. And no, I missed my warden. I was too slow reacting to him. No, that sucks. Dang it. So now I'm probably not going to be able to triple because I just lost my warden. No. Dang it. I can't be losing him right there. If he goes and gets that section, I think I can still triple this, which is awesome. But I'm going to let my Rocketloons get all the way into that air defense. Going to freeze right here the 3 big air targeting buildings. And yeah, we're going to come a little short on this one. Dang it. If I didn't lose my warden, I'm actually quite confident that this triples, especially because of what my minion prince is going to get right here. So yeah, that one's a tough one that I'm going to have to swallow because I know I had a triple right there that I sold. But yeah, that's you know, a little bit of lack of focus. I had a freeze and some invis. I just needed to keep my warden alive through that section, which I knew was going to be tough, but if I had done that a little bit better, that would have been a triple. So a little tough. We're going to get on to the next though, and you know, try and make it back on this day. So let's get in the next one. Okay, I got to be paying a little bit better attention than that last one. And this is an interesting base that I've hit a number of times now. And I think I'll set up a flinger on the right side. I think I usually go in actually from the left with it. But I'm going to charge the bottom, try and fireball the ricochet cannon in the core. That's going to do me pretty well. So yeah, I'm going to do that right there. I think I'm going to set this one up by going like this. And now I can set up the warden. And I'm hoping that those should get the wizard tower. If not, I'll send in a couple more. But yeah, if you think about it, this is only 3 housing space. So using 6 of them is 18 housing space for all those buildings. Not bad at all. And they'll check for Teslas since they're ground troops. So that's really good. I'll get the multi-archer tower and the Inferno. If I get the gear tower, that's insane. Not necessarily expecting it, but I think I should be good on this one as long as I, you know, keep my warden alive through these expos, which I will do. Will I rage? I think I'll rage because there's storages and he's going to continue needing freezes or invis or whatever to support him. That I think it's worth it. I'm going to try and take this out to really funnel him back into the base so he doesn't, you know, waste his time on these outside buildings. That's a really good test loon. I'm not going to need another one after that. I should go for the expo. Nice. So I'm not going to need that many spells because he's going to take it down right here. And then 1 expo is not too much. So that's actually really good right here. And I'm liking this. Warden's going to keep going. Once he steps up to this expo, I think I'm ready to fireball. I'm going to take down this wizard tower, though, to be sure. And I'm going to probably... I think I'll start my Sui into the clan castle. Yeah, I'll do that. So there's the warden right there. Double invis right there to be sure I get the whole compartment. Not sure if the... maybe I would have gotten it all automatically with that. Yeah, probably... I don't know, maybe the, maybe I get that with the multi-inferno fireball, but I would rather be safe than sorry, so I go for the ricochet cannon. Here the clan castle comes out. I'm going to go for a skeleton spell to try and distract this crusher mortar, on top of a couple heroes as well. The flinger, not going to lie, is getting a lot of value, but it's also going to probably force my warden back to my heroes, so that won't be ideal if that happens, but he might keep walking around and then join with them, so that's actually not too bad. I kind of want this king ability to go and hit the crusher mortar, but I'm not sure if it will. Oh, yeah, this warden's definitely joining in with the heroes. That's interesting. Now I'm going to need my... I'm going to need my minion prince to solo this top side, so I'm going to place him up there, get him to do just that. And, yeah, what do I got right here? So the warden's moving. There's a queen ability that's really good. Honestly, going to pop the minion prince ability to hit the town hall. Nice, and this base is going to be crushed. So we're back. I had a 99 that was dreadful, and then a poor attack on that last one. So, yeah, just locking back in always feels good, and getting your mojo back. So I got 2 Rocketloons scouting around, don't see anything left. So we're not going to time fail this one, which is good. You know, time fails are going to be probably your biggest enemy. We're swagging 4 spells on this one, so there's a nice triple. And let's finish this day off good, because it's still a good day. All right, if you guys have been watching me, you know what time it is. Final head of the day. Not for the 320 this time, but it's coming. I can feel it. I can feel myself getting a lot more consistent, and yeah, I'm gonna get a 320 at some point, but unfortunately, it's not yet. And this is a similar base where I usually like to log launcher from 3 o'clock through the clan castle, but this one's a little different, so I gotta approach it a little differently. I think I want to go in and fireball the core. I know it's not some crazy value, but it does set up good pathing The reason is, if you fireball the core here, you get, I'm actually going to go in for this mortar and set up a little bit of a small flame flinger, but let's see, is my warden okay? He is. Set that up. So I just want to get the, what is that, gear tower, and a couple buildings that are next to it that are some free value. So my warden's probably going to need a rage here, but that'll clear out the collector, those Rocketloons, if you put them on a building touching. And yeah, I'm thinking on this one, I want to fireball the core just to get the clan castle, and it kind of sets up a nice funnel around the core. Really splits my heroes and warden well, so that's what I'm going to be aiming for. There is the king right here as well. That's going to be tough, so I'm probably going to rage as I enter into this section. There's my rage spell. Wanted to make sure that it will last long enough, but I also want to get the most value out of it onto the storage as well and stuff. So warden's going. I don't need to support with Rocketloons since under rage he's actually sustaining this, so I'm not going to waste any. I want to make sure I save them as well as I can. And that might get targeted right now. Oh no, I hit a giant bomb though. Okay, so warden right here is actually looking really nice, and I'm going to take that down. At this point, we're fighting the enemy king, and there's a storage in the way, so I'm kind of ready to fireball. Gonna make sure... Oh, shoot, I missed that. That sucks. That would have been a pretty cheap and good fireball, but instead I had to spend a lot. No way, it actually gets the crusher mortar here. Okay, that's actually crazy. I'm gonna start in right here. Gonna take that down. So now I'm in with my Sui. Warden's looking really good right here. There's a really nice wall break. I got a lot of Barchers left, so I'm gonna use them right here to funnel me in. Another wall break to get me into this compartment, because if I can get my king ability from the expo, this space is going to be crushed. So it already looks good since that flinger actually went nuts. But yeah, there's a really good king ability, mostly to open up the base. Yeah, this is looking good right here. Going to keep funneling the outside. Going to pop a queen ability to try and get through that ricochet cannon as fast as I can, and I'll freeze it because it's got a lot of value. So there's a lot of Barchers on the outside. Going to continue getting value. And... yeah, on this one, I got to make sure my warden stays alive as well. But I'm going to be popping, there's a minion prince ability, shooting through the town hall, but mostly these buildings right here to help my queen. And at this point, yeah, my warden's going to be chilling. I just got to make sure he doesn't die, which I should be able to do. I'll drop a skelly to be a little even more sure. But I was thinking of swagging the minion prince, decided not to, just get the triple. So we're going to be finishing this one up. I think that's 303 on the day, but... not a bad day regardless. I'll be going plus 20, I think, minimum. So I'm happy with that. Obviously, I made a couple mistakes. I'm going to work on fixing, like, I sent my minion prince in the wrong spot on that one fail and then a 99 time fail. Obviously, always got to work those out. But, yeah, this one's going to finish 301, sorry. So that dreaded 99, and then one fail that I'll take some ownership. Obviously, both were my fault, but some pretty good defense today. So I'll go plus 21 minimum. Yesterday was plus 19, even though I had that 1 star. But 6 triples back-to-back days, not bad. And I can feel that 320. I think I'm going to be able to get it tomorrow, but I'm going to stay locked in and see if we can. That'll do it for today's video, though. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I did, trying to learn where to hit those fireballs. But that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.